Yeah, welcome here, welcome back. Yes, got done playing the Chiefs. We lost. You know, see, the defense played. The defense played. Defense played well up front. Got to see some more. Smash out of good stuff. Good stuff. You know, Carter, Avon, what's up, man? Burns. Yeah, yeah, yeah. X coming back. You know, they were saying he's doing some stuff with his elbow, but he was making some plays. Had a hit on Mahomes later on there. I think Nunez Roches was out there tonight too, maybe. So he's back out there. Darius Alexander actually had some pressure, almost had him a near sack. Holmes as well. Going to the secondary, the secondary was just still something we know is into a process right now of development and maybe trying to get some more solidification on the boundary. But yeah, I mean that was the thing for that. But yeah, and then the offense was straight not great tonight. Not at all. Um, saw some stuff out of Camp Scatterboo. It was actually some all right stuff out of Camp Scatterboo. We'll get into that too. But I think the big thing for me this game, and it has hopefully it is some other people, is why didn't we have a kicker in the game tonight again? And it's like the third time, the fourth time now that we have not had a field goal kicker for the game. And this is no disrespect to Graham Gano and the talent that he is, the historic Hall of Fame potential. I don't know, kicker talent that he is. No, disrespect to his career. No, but this is the question that I don't even want to hear the answer from Brian Dayball. We've heard several times from Brian Dayball about why we came into a game without a kicker. So this time I want to hear from Joe Shane, Joe Schoen, why this team refuses to have a field goal kicker for the football game that we're supposed to play. This is the third, fourth time that we have not had a kicker, and I'm pretty sure that it helps when you do have a kicker. In fact, I'm damn sure because many teams kick very long field goals on us, and they make them and win games. And then other teams get the block field goals, and that's still a thing and stuff. But at least they got guys who are trying to kick the kick. We maybe have just decided that we're not going to worry about kicking field goals with whatever, and that's great and all, but we could definitely use a kicker right now. Um, we just wonder why you never seem to want to have a kicker in the game. That's pretty much the whole thing that was for me through the whole game. Um, that as right now, I don't, with the way the offense played, we lost Tracy early. Tyrone Tracy, man, Jr. He got a shoulder injury, I think, like somewhere through the first quarter. And so we were gonna see how that is, but tonight it was pretty much Cam Scatterboo as far as what we were getting mostly out of our offense. It was pretty much it was like welcome back Saquon Barkley. It was like welcome here, Cam Scatterboo. Welcome back Saquon Barkley. That's pretty much the offense. It was like it's Saquon back again, guys. It's all our running back, whatever. But like yeah, that's pretty much the offense. The pass game was not on tonight. Jackson Dart came out. He came out for a snap, and he actually got to stay on the field for consecutive snaps. So that's the next step in actually them putting Jackson Dart on the field. It seems as we're just trying to, matriculating his ass out there right now, whatever, man. Because tonight for me was all about the question that was just prevailing the whole time I'm watching the game is why we decided that we wanted to play this game without the potential to kick any field goals. Um, yeah, I just was just wondering that the whole time. And honestly, it did feel like at some point in the game it was like 16. us having sixes that it probably should have been like 10-16 at some point. Eventually it did to 9-16, then up to 22-9, whatever. But it should have been at like 10-16 at some point if we had a kicker. Because there were situations where we got to like the 40ish, you know, 41, 42 yard line, and any other team can, of course, bring the kicker out and take the operation of kicking a field goal and actually kick the field goal, except for the Giants. And this is because we decided not to have a kicker again this game. And yeah, I don't need to hear from Brian Dayball. I think he's explained to us a couple of times why we decided to have not a field goal kicker. And it didn't make sense then, but we're going to see if Joe Schoen can make better sense of it this time and explain to us why we didn't have one. I'm pretty sure there are some kickers out there, like Young Hoku. I'm not even like talking about, hey, get him. But he just got released by the Falcons not too long ago, right? And I don't know if he's still out there, but how come we just get Young Hoku? And this is not, again, no disrespect to the talent that Graham Gano is, but he's been like 6 years. And like the last 3 or so years, man, it's been kind of iffy with him with the injury thing when it came down just being in the game to kick the ball. That's why I'm asking, like, yo, Joe Schoen, like, what is up? You didn't even think? I was actually surprised to find out that he was going to be our kicker this year. And again, I'm not even, I said that enough. I'm not trying to disrespect, but this is like Joe Schoen here. This is like the stuff that the team is doing right here, man. And it's crazy because, of course, we had to bring him up. Might as well talk about quarterback right now for whatever he's had going on with the new team over in the Colts here. At least you see they can even provide a kicker for him. You see, at least he got a kicker too. He wouldn't have had a kicker here, so it's good for that quarterback left, man. Because it's a problem to see all the stuff that's going on with these guys when it comes down to things like, oh, we can't have a kicker, or because it's Jackson Dart's team now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to, yeah. But like with this, it's like how come it was the whole game for me too? Because the defense was playing, and you know. It started out. It took a while for the defense to kind of settle in this game, and but they did kind of settle down. And then it was six, and didn't make the field goal or the extra point because we had to bring in a punter, Gilliam, and that kick got blocked, whatever. And then yeah, then we had no real chance of putting points on the board like that because it was pretty much we almost had to get into the red zone or score a touchdown. Because the one kick that we got out of Gano, I believe, was, um, the one that was inside the 40 or something, like 40 yard or 30 yard. It was the whole game. It was just my question to from when they announced it, because it's like the third game or so, fourth game, I feel like so, where we come out and the game started. They announced that, we hear the commentators announce that Giants, the kicker is out for the game. And then, like I had us, would have win. Like even coming into this game, after this game, I would have had us at like 1-2 maybe. But now we're going to be 0-3. Okay, so now we are 0-3, and then that means like going against the Chargers, I had us going like 1-2. So now we're going to be 0-3, and then even that would have had that is like to be 0-4. It's not good, man. It's not good. And that was about the whole context of how this season's coming along or going to go about, and even tonight, man, they managed to even make a situation where it was like, I'm really expecting to win this game, but like at least be able to play the, a proper football game and stuff like that. But then yeah, we got no kicker again. Out of nowhere. Maybe it was somewhere, but we showed up without one. And that just me and man just make it just think about the Joe Shane, the Brian Dayball, would they be again, like the third season, bro. This is in them. It's like so yeah, we lost the game pretty much on that. And I haven't said that if we had him, we would have won the game. It was just it wasn't I didn't feel like it could be an actual football game after that. And then with even like even having Dart in the game, like you know what I'm saying? Like even speak if Dart was started, like oh you don't have a now you get him we starting with without a kicker, like we decided not to have a kicker. I don't know. The defense is playing. We obviously need some help in the secondary, you know, on the boundaries and stuff like that. That's like already like a thing, like but the whole kicker thing has been another thing too. Is I don't I had to just to hear that man was just after I heard that I already knew how the game was gonna go. I already know how the game was gonna be. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those have a kicker game. I mean, we don't have a kicker games like how we so used to that. We don't have any kicker games. Just felt like, oh, okay, we don't have a kicker games. Yeah, we have like five of those. I feel like not even just oh, our kicker got hurt in the game. No, it announced that we're just not gonna have a kicker this game. I don't know, man. That's pretty much the game for me too. I think that was pretty much the game for me. I couldn't even get like mad about it. Like it was just bewilderment. Just wow, yeah, did this again. Like, yeah, really be this is why seasons get this the season goes is gonna go, man, and you know, and eventually probably Jack Dow get out there, but you know, that's a promising thing to look forward to and stuff like that. But if stuff like that can't be on point with a man, and then the offense wasn't playing like the best today is probably, you know, refs not really exactly being on point, but neighbors in some triple coverage type situations and Wanda had a quiet game and it was the whole through the whole game, man. It was just that for me. Like they showed up to the game again without a fucking kicker. It's terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible. But I don't know how they did it. Well, I know how they did it. You mean? But it's just that's like that they don't do that again. Like not a kicker. Like for real. Okay. Like ah ah. So hopefully Joe Shane can explain to us why we don't have a kicker. Yep. That's what I'm looking for in a post game. I guess. Oh yeah. That's it. Peace, man.